and a 1, and a 2, and I know what to do!
What in tarnation? I meant to do that.
Howdy folks, this is Applegeek, and welcome back for another reaction. This is My Little Pony Season 8, Episode 18. Now, I am actually watching this here on July 21st. This episode has aired early on Discovery Family Channel. It is not a leak, it is an early airing. And no, it is not Episode 14. Some people from Discovery Family have very clearly stated that this is still considered Episode 18. They're just airing it out of sequence early for their summer surprise thing or whatever. So I don't know why they're doing this. It's very confusing and rather frustrating for reactors and whatever, but here we are. So I'm watching it right now because I want to avoid spoilers for this, especially with the convention coming up. I got BronyCon coming up just in a few days here. But I'm probably not going to be uploading this until the episode actually airs in sequence on Discovery Family. Most likely might upload it earlier than that. Just have to see how things play out. I don't know if Hasbro is going to allow these on YouTube before the real air date. Things to be seen here. But regardless, if you're watching this, it's now finally uploaded. So yeah. Without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and give this a watch because I have no idea what this is about. No title, no nothing. So, yeah, that's why, again, I want to watch it now before spoilers. So, Episode 18, starting now. Fluttershy. And Angel Bunny. What is he going to be up to today? What are you collecting? Somebody needs to go to the gym. Aw. Aw. He's actually being helpful for once. What was that?
Some poor creature's in trouble. We have to help it.
Okay.
Oh, listen to that suffering. It must be
What is that sound? What? Is somebody playing the tuba badly or something? Chimera, okay, that's the plural of chimera, I guess.
It's Cerberus with sniffleitis in 2 of its heads and kennel cough in his 3rd. Or maybe it's...
Or it's... Pinky! What is that?
That's me! And a 1, and a 2, and I know what to do. At least no animal is suffering.
That's debatable. No, there are animals suffering here. Yes, yes.
Well, until now.
That's like something out of Dr. Seuss. What is that thing? I mean, sort of like a bagpipe, but not really. I have no idea where this is going. I mean, at least Pinky is doing this out of town, you know, so... But... Wow. Is this going to be a Pinky-focused episode in some way for the problem? I don't know where we're going here. Hey, Lara. Oh, now she's in town. Okay.
It's called a uridophone. It's from Yakity-Sax, where it's actually quite popular.
Of course it is!
Not exactly. It's known to produce a fairly complicated, melodically rich and harmonious tone.
That's one way to put it. Oh! Okay, that's extreme. That is extreme. That poor bird.
We're talking about the same thing.
Maybe she's not playing it right?
With only a few days of practice.
Yeah. Yes, I can absolutely believe it.
Yes, yes I can.
I can honestly say I've never heard anything like it in my life.
Well, if you enjoy listening to my
True.
plane half as much as I enjoyed playing my plane, then I should totally play more. That way we'll be even.
Oh, I don't think that's necessary, Pinky.
Pinky, stick to your one pony ban. That sounded good.
There's a chance I may have missed a note or two here or there. But I just love playing so much. You complete me.
Well,
Twilight,
I'm glad
build
you're
her a
having
soundproof
so
chamber
much
to
fun
practice
with
in.
your new hobby.
Sure.
And
Wow.
it's great that you're learning a new skill and you're just waiting for me to finish talking so you can start playing again, aren't you?
Yeah. That's just a little creepy.
Anna 1, Anna 2, Anna, I know what to do. Oh,
Hey,
it's okay. She's
that was actually an improvement right there.
Ponyets think that
That had an actual rhythm.
core caught up in a pulp grinder.
Absolutely. Okay, so maybe she isn't good yet.
That's one of the best countryisms ever.
And we should be supportive.
She just started playing. She's bound to get better, right?
Yeah, we just need to be supportive
in
of her
theory.
practicing. So the getting better part happens as fast as possible.
Yeah.
That poor bird. What? Pinky, do you have to practice it right next to everyone? Oh, this is not gonna end well. The giraffe! The giraffe's in her cottage! No! 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 Yeah, I would be crying too at that point. Oh no. Oh no. Here, by my tibia. No! And she's wearing the helmet too. Would that count as a sonic attack? Would that trump a sonic rain boom? Questions. Oh! No! No! It's now applesauce. Okay, this is going a little overboard.
You're absolutely right, Spike. Sometimes it is nice to get out of the library and be in the sun.
Especially when you take the library with you.
Hey, at least she's in the sun. There's
We
that.
need to do something about Pinkie Pie's playing.
Like now.
Fluttershy does not
really
look
that
very
bad?
good.
Does this answer your question?
A trophy?
For second place. Second!
Oh no!
Because of Pinky's playing! And I wanted to turn
Wow.
heads with my new fall line. But not like this.
Ugh.
And thanks to her fruit-blasted
Oh,
melodies,
poor
I got
Fluttershy.
an orchard full of nothing but applesauce. And it ain't
Called
even
it.
sauce in season.
And just look what her playing did to poor Fluttershy. Oh, so very tired. It practically took me all night to get the nursery back to sleep.
I mean, I know we said we should all be supportive, but Pinky's been playing for moons now, and she's not getting any better.
Yeah.
If anything, she's gotten worse.
Okay, maybe we can just pretend she's really good, and then I'll find a spell that will...
Oh, no. We're not going through that again. Remember how
Dang.
well it worked out when you weren't honest with
Celestia,
Celestia's
yes! Yes!
ability?
Continuity!
You're right. We'll just have to tell Pinkie Pie
Thank
she's
you,
not
Applejack.
very good at the Ovidophone.
You know, you need to go up to Yakity-Sax and play that. They'd probably love it.
Phew. That's weird. I could have sworn this place was packed a second ago.
It was.
Guys, can I favor you all with a tune? I take requests.
Actually, we do have a request,
Well,
and
yeah.
it involves your Ovidophone.
You mean the thing I love more than anything else in Equestria? My sun, my moon, my stars.
I thought that was your party can and it was the thing you loved most.
Tell me.
All right. In all honesty...
Say it.
in all honesty,
Say it.
Rarity has something to say.
Oh, come on.
Pinky, please, listen to Rainbow Dash. Fine.
Okay, who's gonna snap? Fluttershy?
So, Pinky, remember when we all were shocked to discover Princess Celestia wasn't so good at acting? Yeah, she was.
Wow, even more continuity here.
That's kind of a random thing to bring up. I thought you wanted to talk about my uniform playing. Well, it's just, you need to know the Twilight.
Pinky, we all support you, but we're afraid you're just not good at the Ovidiphone. And none of us want you to waste your time on something you can't do well.
Oh.
Why didn't you just say so?
Wait!
We were all really nervous to tell you.
Really?
Why? It's just a silly instrument. What? Lunch break's over.
You're
We gotta get
saying
back to
it's...
the Those apple turnovers aren't gonna apple themselves.
Don't you mean turn themselves over? Yeah, okay, she's deflecting.
So much better than I thought.
Yeah, no, she's gonna be sobbing here. Oh, you didn't have to throw it away.
No Mario Vidiphone playing for me.
It's a really hard thing to tell your friends, though, you know?
And I don't know what to do.
It's really hard to see Pinky cry.
Another beautiful day in Ponyville.
Twilight, when was the last time you saw Pinkie Pie?
Not since we told her to stop playing the Ovidiphone.
How
I'm
long
still surprised with how well she took it.
How long ago has that
I
been?
don't think she took it as well as you think she did.
No. Oh! Oh no!
Noticed.
That's not good.
There you
No!
looking all over for you.
It turns
Oh,
out
I never thought we'd be back here again.
Our critique of her Vidiphone playing in the spirit with
which it was Pinkamena.
intended.
I saw.
there's gotta be something
Oh,
to
it's worse than we thought.
We just have to figure out what.
I don't get it. So she's no good at playing
Somebody
the
called
Vidiphone.
cheese sandwich.
What's
Stat.
the big deal? There's so many other things she's really good at doing.
Yeah, not being able to play the Ovidiphone is nothing compared to all the things she can do well.
And that's exactly what we'll show her. I bet if we get her to do the stuff she likes and is good at doing, she'll cheer right back up and forget all about the Ovidiphone.
Ooh, wait,
Maybe not
great
as easy as you think, but... Oh, wow.
Apparently there's not a moment to lose.
That's some serious, like... I don't even know what you call that power. Like anti-fun aura or something. Wow, I never thought we'd go full Pinkamena again. I mean, that was so extreme, but the... Oh. Aww. What's your day? Oh, this is not going to be good. That was very anticlimactic. I can guarantee you that's going to be a new Applejack is a silly pony meme. That looks about as like the cupcake version of that pie that Rainbow Dash is about to eat. Yeah, there's no helping that. Oh! It's getting worse.
So, I'm guessing no pony had any
Wow,
success.
this is.
My party cannon idea was a real dud. Don't blame yourself.
Somebody find that Ovidiphone stat.
Well, not to worry. I came up with the perfect solution. Instead of trying to remind her what she's good at, we'll remind her what she's best at. And that's being our friend. We're gonna throw her a Pinkie Pie appreciation party.
That's a wonderful
That's a tall
idea.
order.
If any pony needs to know how much she's appreciated, it's Pinkie Pie. We can get the whole town involved, just so she can see what a good friend she is to every pony.
Then I hereby officially declare today Pinkie Pie Appreciation Day.
Okay, we've got a new holiday. That's an official Princess Declaration. Wow! Whoa!
Perfection. Yeah! If anything can help Pinkie cheer up,
That's impressive.
forget about her Yakity-phone, this is definitely it.
Sure is. Okay, who's gonna get her?
No need. Gummy's on it. In fact, there he is now.
Yeah, Gummy's doing Gummy.
You were supposed to bring Pinkie Pie. What happened?
Is she still coming?
Please tell me that they can Fluttershy understand
I
him?
understand what he's saying.
Ooh.
Could, if he was talking.
Let me try
Oh.
Gummy, where is Pinkie Pie?
Maybe we should just go
He's
and get her.
just contemplating the meaning of life, you know?
Our
Wow.
nation is going on.
Full
here.
party teleport. Wow.
Decor is dreadful. And all of Pinkie's stuff is gone? It is a puzzle.
Excuse me.
Oh no.
Yes, of course.
She's moved back to the farm. Or to Maud's cave, one of the two.
Maud, can I ask you a question?
Oh wow,
You
this
just
is
did.
bad.
Well, can I ask you a question?
You just did.
Ugh, fine. How about if I ask you a... Wait. Oh, for goodness sakes. Maud, all of your sister's things are gone. Explain.
No, they're not. They're right here.
Have you seen Pinkie Pie?
Lots of times. I grew up with her.
Okay, Mudbriar is rubbing off on Maud now. This is
Okay, let's
this is
try
so
this
literal.
way. Why did you pack up all of Pinkie's things?
She asked me to.
What?
Pinkie told me to pack up her room and take everything to the rock farm.
Okay, back to the
She
farm.
said she wouldn't need them since she's moving to Yakity-Sax.
What?
Oh!
Terribly sorry.
I should have
Maud.
seen that coming.
I misheard you. It almost sounded like you said Pinkie's moved to Yakity-Sax.
Rarity?
She did say that.
Terribly sorry, Applejack. Must have misheard you. It almost sounded like you said she did say that.
How many times is he gonna do this?
Maud, I don't understand. Why would Pinkie leave Ponyville?
Yeah. Why would she want to go live with the Yaks?
She said without the Yakity-phone, her life had no meaning, and at least in Yakity-Sax, she could listen to the masters play. She hoped that would give her some semblance of happiness.
Well, no. No. That will not do.
I say we go to Yakity-Sax right now and make her come back home.
Yeah.
We can't just march up there and tell Pinkie what to do. But we didn't even get a chance to say goodbye.
Could at least talk to her as a
We may
friend.
not be able to go to Yakity-Sax and force her to come home, but we could go say goodbye. And if we happen to mention how much her friendship means to us, and how much we'd miss her if she were gone forever.
This sounds like a
and
good
then
plan.
She decided to come back home on her own.
Then what are we waiting around here for? Let's get going to Yakistan!
All right. I like this plan. Oh, we're taking the... Oh, bumpy ride today.
We're almost there.
And
Pinkie's
where
gotta
is
be
she?
around here somewhere.
But where?
She's got full native, hasn't she?
The music of the Yakity-phone.
Oh!
Because that actually sounds kind of good.
Oh, I'm sure.
Please tell me that's actually Pinkie, who got some lessons finally. Oh, no, it's just the masters or whatever. Aww.
Not what I expected. No, sorry. I said I was sorry. Here she is. Give me another.
My pony already had 25 ice cream.
Give me another!
Somebody needs to cut her off.
Excuse us.
I'm sorry. I feel nothing.
Maybe we can help with that.
Oh, hey. What are you guys doing here?
Man, she's drier than even before.
We respect your decision to move to Yakistan.
but we just wanted to remind you how much you mean to us, and how much we'd miss you if you decided to move here for—
Fine. I'll move back to Ponyville.
Wow, that was a lot easier than I thought. We're awesome!
Okay, somebody get her a Uvitaphone now.
What's wrong?
That's what's wrong. I thought coming here and listening to real Yakity-phone playing would make me happy. It makes me feel worse. I'm never gonna sound like that.
Yakity-phone fan pony watch instrument while Ygritte visit little Yak's room.
If I can't play it, I might as well do menial chores for those who can.
Wow, come on, Pinky.
So Pinkie Pie is obviously still miserable.
Oh, I can't bear to see her like this.
Indeed. But what else can we do?
With that little smile on her
Right,
face.
everything!
Maybe not. Look.
Come on. Oh!
Oops. Sorry. I forgot what an awful Yakity-phoner I am.
Playing it makes you so happy.
Oh, it sure does. I mean, it did.
Then you should never stop.
So say we all.
Absolutely.
But you were the ones who told me to stop because I wasn't good.
Just let's build her a soundproof chamber until she gets better.
It makes you happy. And as long as it makes you happy, it doesn't matter how good you are.
So get up there and show these yaks how it's done.
Oh no.
I don't know if you've noticed, but the audience are all yaks, and they kind of have issues with things that aren't perfect, like my playing.
Oh
Pinkie Pie, you get up on that stage and play. If these yaks don't like it, they'll have to answer to us.
no. Yes!
Oh, okay. If you all say so.
Yes, we do.
And gentle yaks, performing for her very first time here, let's give a big round of stomps for Pinkie Pie.
Hi. So, any yaks here from out of town?
You're up there to play, not do a comedy act.
Okay. And a 1, and a 2. And I kind of remember what to do.
Nice effect. Wow. Somehow I knew that was...
I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Oh, pony play good set.
You think so?
What?
That's perfect.
Yakity-phone is instrument of happiness. Playing Yakity-phone make pony happy. Pony playing is perfect.
Well, if that's
Oh.
let me play the song I just wrote 2 seconds ago. It's called I've Got the Best
Seconds
Most Supportive
ago.
Friends a Pony Could Ever Ask For. It's a working title.
And a
Nice
2.
callback.
And you know what to do.
That's gonna be a thing now. Okay, but seriously, can somebody give her some lessons? Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about this one yet. I very much enjoyed this episode. It's a good Pinky episode. It feels like it's hard to do character development for Pinky because she's just always so bright and cheery and whatever. But this was interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to give this some more thought. I will have thoughts on this. So stay tuned, everyone. So, Pinky's got a new passion, the Yakity-phone. Interesting instrument. Seems sort of like a Dr. Seuss version of the bagpipes or some such thing. And she seems to enjoy playing that more than anything else in the entire world. This is definitely a bit of a switch from what we saw back in The Gift of the Mod Pie, where her most important thing was her party cannon. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with having a new interest. I mean, you know, that's life. There's a lot of times in life where what's most important to us at a certain point in life can change. That's understandable. But for Pinky, she's been all about her party cannon for so long, it does seem like a rather sudden and interesting switch. But, it does sort of make sense because, this is kind of factoring into Pinky's significant interest with the yak culture in Yakity-Sax. You know, I mean, remember, she practically begged to become the official equestrian ambassador to the Yaks. So, you know, for whatever reason, she's taken a real great interest in their culture, which is great. I love to see that she's maturing and taking on greater responsibilities in that regard. Now, we don't know how Pinky learned about this instrument, or how or where she got one, or anything about that. So we don't know if she ever heard it being played by the Yaks before she even got one. For all we know, she just like, oh, it's their instrument of choice. I'm going to play this and have fun with it. You know, clearly she fell entirely in love with it immediately. And, you know, it's not that strange. Pinky is certainly no stranger to musical instruments. She has shown proficiency with many instruments before with her one-pony band. So, so that, you know, makes sense along those lines. But she hasn't done so well with foreign instruments, like the flugelhorn back in the Crystal Empire, as another example there. And I believe she could become proficient at any of them if actually given a chance. But the Vitaphone does appear to be a rather complicated instrument, and it stands to reason that maybe she just needed some lessons in order to improve. Unfortunately, her friends were not the most supportive in this, at least not initially. That's not to say that they weren't supportive at all, because they agreed that they needed to be, but just maybe not in the right way. They did agree they needed to support her, which they tried to do, and I applaud that. But their way of supporting her was merely just tolerating her while she kind of obnoxiously interfered with their daily lives and jobs, all while letting her believe that they were actually enjoying it. Not being honest and upfront with your friends can lead to a huge letdown later when they finally realize that you don't like something they were doing for you that they thought you actually loved. And of course, I understand it's very difficult to tell somebody that they're not good at something. I myself struggle greatly with being openly critical with any of my close friends. If they had been more honest with Pinky up front, maybe they could have helped her by trying to arrange for lessons from the Yaks, you know, just like they tried to help Celestia with acting lessons back in Horseplay. And it is kind of a bit odd that they didn't go that route, especially since they were so openly referencing Horseplay in this episode. I'm also very frustrated at Twilight for immediately falling back on an old habit of trying to fix her problems with lies and spells. I really thought that she'd gotten over that, especially with what just happened between her and Celestia in the episode Horseplay, which really didn't happen all that long ago. Of course, I do know how easy it is to fall back on old habits, but Twilight really should know better, especially after all the times that she's gotten after Starlight for basically doing the exact same thing. And thankfully, Applejack was able to talk some sense into her this time around. But yeah, anyway, back on topic here. As I've noted in the past, as recently as the mod couple, Pinky tends to wear rose-colored glasses. Her seemingly eternal optimism about everything just sometimes prevents her from seeing certain things the way they really are, which can be both a blessing and a curse, depending on the situation. In this case, she really enjoyed playing the Vitaphone so much that she failed to see how she was aggravating everyone around her, including all of Ponyville, not just her closest friends. Now, I have to put some fault on Pinky here for failing to pay really any attention to her surroundings while basically being obsessed with this instrument. I mean, look at what was happening. Birds were literally losing their feathers. I'm still amazed by that one. Apples were literally exploding off of the trees. She woke up an entire cottage full of animals in the middle of the night, of all times. She made a mess of Rarity's dresses, of course, and she completely interrupted the Wonderbolt's performance with her own. Like, that one especially kind of aggravates me because that wasn't just, you know, a private thing with Dash like she'd done with the others. Like, that was an actual Wonderbolt's show. I mean, I just have to wonder, like, how would she have felt if she was in the middle of one of her Vitaphone performances and somebody else came along and tried to start their own performance and take attention away from her? You know, that really wasn't fair at all. So, you know, in short, it was just rather disrespectful of Pinky to force her playing on others when it was unwanted. And she just failed to see that it wasn't wanted. You know, there's quite a difference between passion and unhealthy obsession, and passion can turn into obsession if one is not careful. Now, to be clear, I am very happy that Pinky has found a new thing that she loves, and I believe that if it makes her happy, she should absolutely be doing it. That said, I would also want her to understand how her playing is received by others, because I would not want her to think that she's making others happy when in fact she's doing quite the opposite. We all saw how that worked out for Rainbow Dash back in Secrets and Pies. I would also want her to know so that she can take steps to improve herself if she wants to. You know, Twilight wasn't entirely wrong when she said that she didn't want Pinky to waste her time on something that she just wasn't going to be good at. Pinky spent a lot of time performing for others, thinking that they were enjoying it, and really she was just wasting her time because she had no hope of achieving her goal to make others happy with her playing at her current level of skill, and also had no incentive to improve since she wasn't being told that she wasn't that good. It really would have been wrong for Twilight and the others to continue letting her think that she was making everyone happy with her playing. I mean, it was bad enough they already let it go to this point. Would have been wrong to let it continue. Where Twilight and the others failed is that they just weren't honest with her right to begin with, and then basically just told her that she was no good and shouldn't waste her time trying at all. Just like, you know, bar none, it's like, just stop, you're not good. You know, they really should have tried to find a way to help her rather than just leaving her to her own devices of trying to improve on her own. And but also, I do just have to say, I kind of have to fault the other residents of Ponyville in this as well, not just Twilight and friends, because it seems like nobody in town bothered to confront Pinky about her disruptive playing at all. Like, I would have thought, you know, with the Wonderbolt's performance, you know, why wouldn't have Spitfire chewed her out or something, you know, somewhere along the way. So there's kind of a lot of fault going around on all sides here, you know. But now, while they failed in their support of Pinky, I have to say Pinky also should not have been so quick to give up on the Evitaphone. She had become so obsessed with it that she wrapped her entire identity around it, it seems, and then allowed herself to believe that her playing was the greatest thing ever. Then when she received the very first piece of criticism about it, her entire world just came crashing down. Rather than trying to understand why her playing wasn't well received, she just gave it up entirely, and because she'd wrapped her whole identity around it, her life basically lost all meaning at that point. She just didn't even give herself a chance to understand where she had gone wrong and consider what she might have been able to do to improve it. She also completely lost sight of the many other positive traits that she still had to share with everyone. This is a very dangerous trap that creatives can fall into. You know, nobody, and I mean nobody, is solely defined by a single skill or talent. Even in Equestria, where special talents are displayed for all to see in the form of cutie marks, we still see lots of ponies with a lot of varied talents and interests. And I gotta say, Pinky's friends really did have a good idea, great idea of trying to positively support her by reminding her of all the things that she's great at. You know, but she had already given up and left town. I mean, they were really pulling out all the stops to throw like one of the biggest parties ever in favor of Pinky. I mean, Pinky would have been proud of that party, to say the least. But yeah, she kind of robbed them of that ability because she'd already left. You know, and quite frankly, somewhat selfishly left town. I mean, I understand her head was kind of not in the right place, but for her to just leave without even saying goodbye to her friends, that wasn't really right either. And of course, then she ended up in Yakity-Sax, where she finally heard the Master's Evitaphone playing and realized how her own play compared. You know, again, we don't know if she actually had ever heard it before or not, but she did now. At least now, with everything the way it was, it finally sunk in that, you know, her playing and their playing were miles apart, essentially. And ultimately that only made things worse because she could then only see a bar that was set so high that she might never be able to reach it, and felt that if she couldn't reach it, then what was the point in ever even trying again? I mean, at that point, she just kind of given up on life in general. That was just really disheartening to see. Fortunately, her friends did not give up on her, and were able to convince her that she shouldn't quit doing something that makes her happy, even if it's not always something that's enjoyed by others. With that revelation, she was able to once again express herself creatively and regain her energy. And this time, she is fully aware of her limitations and should be able to take steps to improve herself if she wants to. And I personally really hope that she does get some lessons from the axe in this, because I'd love to be able to see her play it well and be able to share this newfound passion with others. I mean, that's what really drives and fuels Pinky, is sharing her passions for everything with other ponies and spreading the cheer and joy. I love that she's able to do that, and I want her to be able to do that with everything that she can do. And again, we know that she has some musical talent, as I mentioned earlier. So I really do think she can improve, and yeah, we'll just have to see if that actually goes anywhere or not. And I also got to say, the X showed surprising wisdom in this manner. You know, they're normally perfectionists, and if anything isn't absolutely perfect, especially anything to do with their culture, they just want to smash it to bits. But, you know, in this case, they realize that there are some things that are more important than just their own personal enjoyment. So it seems maybe the X are not quite as shallow as we once thought. I would love to see more of this from them, understand more about where they come from on things. So, well, and to be fair, even in the Hearthwarming Club here, with the traditions that Yona told us about, we're starting to see bit by bit that, you know, even though there's lots of smashing, there's a lot more to them in addition to that. So it's fun to see more bits like this. And just to take a brief step back here, I mean, that's basically what I have to say about this episode in general. It was actually a really, really great episode, great heartwarming story all around, and great development for Pinky. I said it's really hard to do quality character development for Pinky, because she hasn't seemed to have had a lot of high-reaching goals that she's pushing for, and is, you know, her interest in the Yaks has now kind of given her goals to work towards in that regard. So that's cool to see. But just taking a step back from this and thinking about this in the broader context, I just want to say there's all different kinds of creative types out there. You know, for some, their creativity is just a hobby, and they do it just for themselves because it makes them happy, you know, regardless of how anyone else might judge their work. For others, their creativity is their entire life, and they continuously strive to improve themselves and be the best they can be at it. I would say that either approach is valid. It really just all depends on what you're looking to get out of it. You know, but in either scenario, sooner or later, your work is going to be judged by others, and you need to learn how to deal with the resulting criticism. You know, some criticism is constructive and helpful. Other criticism is just hateful trolling. I mean, that's just the way it works, especially on the internet. You know, if you're putting your work out for public critique, you will receive both kinds, and you'll need to be able to learn how to tell the difference and how to deal with the different types of criticism. You know, for constructive criticism, you have to be able to accept that, and in order to identify the ways in which you need to improve. And in order to do that, you must allow yourself to be critical of yourself. But you shouldn't be so critical of yourself as to decide that just everything you do is horrible and worthless, because that's simply never true. That's what the hateful trolls want you to believe, and it gets you down. You know, it's very easy to look at somebody else's work and just say, you know, that I'll never get there. Like, that's way too high of a goal. Like, that's where I want to get, but I can't ever get there. You know, maybe you will, maybe you won't. But you certainly won't if you just give up and don't even try. And maybe you don't even really want to get there. I mean, you can look at somebody and say, you know, I want to get there, but do you want to get exactly there? You know, everybody's unique and has their own personal style. the personal creative style. It's great to look for others. Can't even talk anymore. It's great to look at others for inspiration, but ultimately you have to figure out what works for you and be the best you that you can be. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's kind of true. You know, as if you're content with the level that you've currently achieved, then go ahead and enjoy that. If you want to do better, by all means, go for it. You know, do what you got to do. Get critiques, get help, get instruction, improve yourself. And if you've tried to do better and are unable to, don't lose heart. You know, not everyone can be great at everything. That's why there are all different people out there, because we all have areas that we're good at. We all have something to contribute for the benefit of the greater whole. What's important is that you tried your best and hopefully had fun doing it. You know, there's always other things to try. I mean, just ask the Cutie Mark Crusaders. They know best on that. So, yeah, that's just the message I wanted to share with you guys in this. You know, don't lose heart if things don't work out. There's always other options. There's always other opportunities. Just keep pushing and be the best you that you can be. That's all I got on this one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed this with me, and I will catch you again next episode. Later.